Hi guys, thanks so much for clicking through again to the new video on the Elliot Lake Football channel. This is going to be the start of a new series that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be called Young Lion Watch. So I'm going to review 3 of the best performances from a young English player. Could be in England, could be in the Bundesliga, could be in the Eredivisie, as you might find out in this video. So I'm just going to be reviewing their performance at the weekend, talking a little bit about them and how I think maybe they could fit into the future England setup. So let's get going. Okay, so the first player I'm going to talk about is a player called Noni Madueke. God. What a shocking start. So the first player I want to talk about is Noni Madueke, who plays for PSV. He moved there age 17 and he's now 19, broke into the first team last year, and he's just having another great season. I think he's got 9 goal involvements this year. That follows on from his 11 last year, and he was the opening goal scorer in PSV's game against Heerenveen this weekend just gone. It was a brilliant first goal. The ball sort of bounced to him fairly, innocuously, but he ran onto it and finished it so emphatically with his right foot. He's a left-footed player, plays on the right. But I think that just shows at such a young age that he's got a real eye for goal. It was a brilliant finish. I'll put a link in the description to the highlights of the PSV game. So if you do want to go and see that goal, you can go and see a little bit about Madueke, what he's about. He's a player maybe a little bit similar to Zaha, a little bit smaller, but that kind of explosive forward player. He's playing with Mario Götze and Carlos Vinicius at PSV, and actually also Marco van Ginkel, who funnily enough left Chelsea at the start of this season after 8 years and 2 league appearances after being on loan at so many different clubs. So he's playing with Van Ginkel, who's now 29. But Noni Madueke, definitely one to watch out for in the coming years. I think maybe to get into Southgate's reckoning, he would have to leave PSV at some point, because I think everyone would agree that they're maybe a step underneath the other top 4 or 5 European leagues. But if he continues to do what he's doing and continues to get goals and assists in the Eredivisie, then he'll no doubt get a move at some point. Think of Daniel Malen, who plays for Borussia Dortmund now, players like that. If they do excel in that league, they do get a move. So Madueke, he's definitely a player to watch out for, and I think in a few years we could be hearing a lot more of him. The second player I want to talk about, who's having a brilliant season yet again. Someone we all know, Jude Bellingham, has been absolutely brilliant again for Bayern Munich this year. And I saw a stat the other day to say that in 2027 he could still win the Young Player of the Bundesliga. So that's 5 years away. It's just crazy to think that someone who's played 122 first team games at his age is just incredible. He actually made his 50th Bundesliga appearance this weekend just gone in a 6-0 win against Borussia and Mönchengladbach. He played in defensive midfield role for this game, which I just think shows that he is unbelievable in a variety of positions. He can play centre midfield, he can play a little bit further forward, and he can also hold as well, which for someone of his age, it's just amazing how much responsibility he takes. He takes on his shoulders for Borussia Dortmund. One of the things which I really can't wait to see is whether he can force his way into Southgate's first 11 for the World Cup. I think there's every chance that he could be in there, because he's got to be £100 million player now. He's so fit. He's athletic. He can pass. He can shoot. He can score. I think he's got 15 goal involvements this season and 30 overall in his career. That's about 1 in 4. It's 1 in 4 games he gets a goal or assist, which is just crazy for someone who's 18 years old. And the most important thing, I think, is that he always plays 90 minutes. He's relied on by his Borussia Dortmund manager, which Southgate will be looking, and he'll be understanding that completely. So yeah, could Bellingham get into the World Cup squad? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think that he'll play ahead of Calvin Phillips, because Phillips has obviously been injured most of the season. Bellingham's just going from strength to strength. Bellingham and Rice in that too could be fantastic for me. The final player I want to talk about is a player called Omar Richards, who just moved to Bayern Munich at the start of this season from Reading. He played 41 games in the Championship for Reading last year and was one of the best players in that league. He's done really well to break into the Bayern Munich first team this year. He's made 9 appearances so far. Unfortunately, those appearances have come because of the injury to Alphonso Davies, who's actually received news he's got an inflamed heart, which is obviously unfortunate for any footballer, but for one of the quality of Alphonso Davies, he's one of the best players in the world. It's really, really sad news. Nagelsmann has said that it's going to take a while, but the danger signs around his heart are certainly gone. He has another appointment in 2 weeks. The best case scenario seems to have happened in terms of the healing process. So Omar Richards still got possibly a few more games to show what he can do in a Bayern Munich shirt, but I fully expect to see him in the Premier League at some point soon. His contract is up in 2025, and as we know, with all these English players who play abroad, their price is massively inflated. So 3.5 years left on his deal. I expect Bayern to sell sooner or later. So maybe he's a player we can see in the Prem at some point. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed a little recap of 3 young English players who are doing well overseas, particularly this video. I was originally going to do just for overseas England players, but I think I've changed it to say that we're going to encapsulate all young English players. So there could be some in the Championship next week, for example. But yeah, Madueke, Jude Bellingham obviously, and Omar Richards, 3 to watch out for in the rest of this season. Thanks very much for tuning in, and make sure to also subscribe and to like. Always forget to say that, but thank you very much. Take care.